And we're back for Game 2 of this Best of 3 series. Of course, you're watching WCA 2014, the nearly $500,000 Chinese Dota 2 tournament. It's been a bit messy in terms of scheduling, in terms of match delays. Apparently, there were some problems with the Navi LGD match, but we've been very fortunate here. We've had some amazing Dota start off this series. Team Malaysia took it in a nail-biter versus Invictus Gaming Game 1. And now, with one more win, they would knock the TI2 champions out of the tournament. And, well, on top of that, they would keep their own dream alive of walking away with that nearly I think it's like $350,000 first place prize. But anyway, with all that said, Game 2's underway. And I'm LDB on the summit, of course. And I am joined here today by PPD, who just woke up. Bright and early for you, Peter.
I've been up all night watching Worlds, of course. So
that's a lie. You just told me that you were just woke up. So there was one lie. Which one's the lie?
I was watching a bit of Worlds, but I'm ready to go to Dota now. I got my league fix, so.
Okay. You're just selling out to whichever audience is involved.
Yeah. Well, I guess, but pretty excited for this match. I actually had IG in my top 3, so if they got bottom, they got last place, I'd be pretty disappointed.
So, yeah, they're not looking great. That last game, it was not the smoothest execution for them, and neither was it from Team Malaysia, but I think teams really underestimate the power of this core Pugna to shut down a late game Naga. Like those illusions just melted, and not to mention Death Prophet, despite the slight nerf to the ultimate cooldown, is just a disgusting late game monster. I mean, that was just insane.
I think DP is probably still one of the best heroes in the game. I think Terrorblade is kind of like a big question mark for a lot of teams, but he seems really, really good too. But I still think DP is like even better than Terrorblade. So.
Yeah, and it seems the teams are certainly on the same page with you there. We do see the Death Prophet bed out first phase here by Team Malaysia, so they will not give that one away, even though they were happy to collect it. And overall, Peter, it's 6.82, but for the most part, the picks do seem fairly similar.
Yeah, that's what we kind of talked about on EG. We kind of thought after all they reduced the bounties and the experience changes, back to almost to what it was at 6.81. So it's with a couple of hero changes, the patch is very similar to what it was at TI.
Yeah, and in some cases you even get less bounty, I believe, or basically, yeah, just the exact same as 6.81 at the very least. But even for any of those big streaks, it's just not quite the same. And there were some heroes actually changed, but I mean, there's a few like Razor who seem to have fallen off a bit, or at least in popularity, if not in actual power. I know Fear was saying he thinks the hero's still ridiculous, but
yeah, Razor's really good. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple new heroes that are getting some usage, like Venge got buffed, and she's getting picked a lot more frequently, I think.
She was already seeing a decent amount of play.
Yeah,
Navi was running her a lot. Some of the CIS teams really liked her. Teams like to run her with Death Prophet for the Roche sneaks, but yeah, I guess she's stronger for the swap now, more so than just the minus armor in the early roaming.
Yeah, exactly. And who else is pretty popular?
I saw Cloud9 try to get creative in this tournament. They went for the Omni Knight PA dual lane. I don't know if you saw that.
Legion Commander as well.
Yeah, it was a cool draft, but they just got destroyed in the laning stage. So
yeah, sometimes you try and get creative and things just don't work out. I think I drafted a Pudge Spirit Breaker something the other day. Didn't really work out too well.
How can that not work out?
that when I was drafting, I had the same mindset. I was like, this is definitely gonna work.
Yeah,
things look good on paper. They just don't work out sometimes.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't experiment, though. That is for sure. And we'll see Team Malaysia with Mushi at the helm as far as the drafting goes. It's been pretty standard so far, but this is a guy who got very creative with RNG Esports back at TI3, and I wonder if we'll see him do it more so. Chuan will be getting a Sand King again, it looks like.
It's Pugna time for Team Malaysia. Let's see it.
You think so? Just that ward to end all blinks?
Yeah, it's really good versus Sand King, really good versus Skywrath. You could push early against Void. You could decrep the person in the Chrono, but I guess that could be bad if they get Skywrath ulted.
Doesn't have the best synergy with Bristleback, I guess. Well, maybe with the new eggs it does. You could just keep on healing him while he's in the front lines.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
There it is. 6.82.
Next level Dota. He did use it a few times to sustain their push, but it wasn't like didn't feel game changing. But in other situations maybe it could be. My idea was like, well, they already have to swap out of the chrono, but I was like, okay, you get chronoed, Scar the Mage ults you, that's okay. Pugna's here to give you low HP so you can live through the Mystic Flare.
That would be awesome.
But it didn't happen last game. I was disappointed.
Or they could pick Omni Knight. Then you just repel whoever's getting hit on in the chrono, and then GA with Aghanims as well, anywhere in the map.
Yeah, but that doesn't look as cool as the Pugna reverse life trade.
That's true. I've seen I've seen it in a pub once. It looks really good. It's like green or something, or it's like wait, what's the original color of the?
Now you're getting me, dude. I am so sleep deprived. Now you're getting.
I think it changes colors with Aghanims. Like
yeah, it's one's green and the other's red. I believe the normal one is red and the heal is green. I'm pretty sure.
But, yeah, that sounds right.
So we do see a Bristleback. Obviously, he's tanky, which is nice to have against this Mystic Flare Faceless Void combo. They've got the Venge to deal with the Chronosphere initiation if she's able to get defensive swap out. And also they have another tanky Cord Viper. And now Team Malaysia will go for a Witch Doctor. So let's talk a little bit more specifically about the draft. Like, this IG draft looks very kind of stock and standard if you want to run the Void, Peter. But what do you think about Malaysia's draft? Is this a good way to deal with it?
I really liked the early Viper pick. I thought they may have gone Centaur instead of Venge. But Venge seems like a pretty good pick if they knew IG was, favored the Void Skyreth combo. Bristleback, I'm not the biggest believer in this hero, but it seems like I think them and IG pick it a lot, maybe. Or I think Nui plays it as well, actually. So it seems like it's really popular in China, so maybe there's a reason for it.
ROTK used to play it a ton for VG.
Yeah.
He's gone from the scene for now, at least.
He left his footprint though.
That's
Bristleback.
True. Did that hero actually get touched in the last patch?
I don't think so.
I'm always like, oh, okay, I think I know the changes in this patch.
But the game changed a little bit. Like there's a lot of I don't know what the word is, under the table changes that you don't notice that can make certain heroes pop up again, even if they have no specific balance patch changes, like Blink Dagger, Gold Increase, or Tower, the glyph thing, that can change which heroes are strong, which heroes are not as strong.
Yeah, or even the thing having the double rune spawns. It seems like it's just making dual and mid wisps way stronger than what they used to be. I mean, they're already good, but
yeah, it's supports that can control the runes, or mids that can get to the runes quickly. It makes them that much stronger. And that being said, they pick Quap, so that's definitely a mid hero that can get to the runes really quickly.
Yeah, and there isn't really great lockdown for Queen of Pain in this game. There's a Venge Stun and a Cask, which if it bounces back and forth to her can be good, but they're not the team with the Chronosphere, and I wonder what Malaysia's approach this is. Are they worried about the mobility of the Void Skyrat, Void Queen of Pain, or are they more, you can try and dodge around us and be cute and play the spread offense, but we're just gonna deathball you with this Witch Doctor heal, our Venjara, our Bristleback with an early Vanguard or something, and our Mech Viper.
Yeah, that's an issue I think for IG's lineup is they have all this magic damage. So if Viper and holy OD, if Viper and Bristle and Venge is pretty tanky, Witch Doctor is pretty tanky. If those heroes get their items, it's gonna be pretty tough to kill them. They're gonna really need a really really good epi, I think.
And we see the Mushi OD. The hammer has been brought to the battle. And there'll be a Weaver to round things out for IG, so they go for...
That's okay.
An interesting Tricore here. Another hero that, well, there's really not much lockdown for unless this OD farms a Hex. That is the one issue for Team Malaysia.
Yeah, they lack a lot of, instant stun. Witch Doctor, Avenge, both their stuns have travel time, so Weaver or Quap or Sand King or even Void are going to be able to get away from those. So...
Well, obviously this OD would be great to match up against the Queen of Pain mid, if you can get that 1v1. And I wonder if they just do they just throw June mid perhaps instead and just give Queen of Pain a different lane to farm? Or what do you think about the laning stage here for IG?
For IG, they have a couple different options. They can roam around a lot on their two supports because the other three laners, can be off lane, mid, safe lane. They can kind of survive their lanes no matter what, I think. Or they can try and just defensive tri-lane and just win that tri-lane. But if Malaysia goes aggro, it's going to be tough, I think. Because Venge and Witch Doctor are both pretty tanky in lane.
Yeah, especially at that early 1 point in heal from the Witch Doctor.
Yeah, I hope he goes that build. I really don't like the Malik build that I'm seeing more frequently.
I saw it in the female All-Star match.
Oh,
That did not go well. Let's just say for either team. It ended on kind of a fun.
I missed the female All-Star match.
Yeah, it was.
Did you
I was
cast?
disappointed. Yeah, I did. I mean, the thing is, there are girls who are actually really good at Dota, but these girls were not. So that was disappointing. But yeah, well, with that said, we'll introduce the teams here. Going to the offlane will be June on the Faces Void. Of course, 430 going mid on the Queen of Pain. Up towards top blue will be your Weaver. Chuan, the Sand Cane, and that does leave Cheesebug on the Scarth Mage. And Miwa on the side of Team Malaysia. You might remember them as RNG Sports because they are pretty much the same roster. Well, in fact, identical roster, but a new face as far as their logo goes. You've got Extinct handling the Vengeful Spirit. They dropped down an early Sentry, going for a D-Ward. Ohio, your Bristleback. Net, your Witch Doctor. That puts Mushi, one of his old signature heroes, onto the OD mid, and at least KYXY is the safe lane Viper. So, for anyone just joining us or who didn't watch the first game, it is currently 1-0 advantage to Team Malaysia. It is an elimination match. Loser goes home, and IG got to win 2 in a row to stay alive here at WCA.
Yep. I think not making it through this series would be a big disappointment for both these teams, especially at a big tournament like this.
Yeah, and I feel especially for Malaysia after the epic win they just had. If they go on to lose 2 games, that's just depressing.
Yeah, I saw some of it, but I'll have to go back and watch the full game to appreciate the epicness.
They're going for this little cutesy, I wouldn't call it a fake back, but like pretend like you have a solo offlaner and then show a tri-lane all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's classic. The support comes to zone your offlaner, and then boom, he's got 3 heroes in his face.
Now, let's see. Cheesebug is kind of hanging back, though. He seems a little suspicious about this, and maybe it's because of this ward. They are not seeing supports in that bottom jungle right now. Are they going to make their move in? No. They're going? No, they're not. Okay. Nothing doing there.
Yeah, it's tough when your pole's blocked like that. Like, when you know that the enemy support's not doing anything, so it's like they're smoke mid or they're smoke top.
Yeah, or they're AFK. So it's option 3. Which apparently Havos just walked away from his computer in the other series. So meanwhile, mid lane, jump on Imushi. He's gotten really aggressive, and he's gonna pay for this. This should be your first blood. Go in the other direction. He'll try and throw out a few more solitary auto attacks, but a desperately needed solo kill in a normally very difficult matchup for Queen of Pain. And with that, Mushi, well, he loves to dominate these 1v1 matchups, but that's where you can be punished for your overaggression. And they might go right back mid. They're already headed that way.
Yeah, Odie is not a good hero, so I'm a little worried for Team Malaysia.
Do you care to expand on that? Because this used to be a very popular hero and wasn't directly changed too much.
He doesn't do anything. Like, he has a right click and then a big ultimate when he's like level 11, but...
He used to be popular. Is it teams are just too aggressive now, you're saying? Like, it just doesn't fit in the current playstyle?
Yeah, like the meta changed all this like tower pushing and team fighting, and he's like just this weird hero that like dominates a lane and then builds these huge items that are like, you know, these 5k items.
Yeah, and if he gets those, then he's ridiculous. But I mean, you can say
Midas
that
was a
pretty
big
much
thing on him. People like Mushi, I know Mushi and Arteezy love their Midas, but like even now Midas, like nobody buys Midas this patch.
Yeah, I saw Bulldog. Bulldog got away with it earlier in his Nature's Prophet, but it's even for Bulldog.
Yeah,
it's like
I've seen
it's a rare sight.
do it, and some Weavers do it, but other than that, not many Midases.
Yeah, certainly not. Well, he's not off to a great start with that death, and he's only 8-6 against the Queen of Pain. So he's 6-5. In good news for Team Malaysia, Ohio doing well in the offlane. 13-3 for him, and this is without the support spending much time in his lane after that early failed level 1 game. KYXY farming well, so I mean, everyone's farming fine, and they do have a very strong push lineup. They're going to start getting their levels out now, but, well, for the time being, you just can't feel happy when you pick this OD to dominate Queen of Pain mid and you give up a first blood.
That being said, he'll still have a good time in lane. He'll be able to catch up with the CS probably.
Rotation coming from Ohio, moving through the dire jungle. No, just scouting out for support pulls. And those supports are busy stacking for the Sand King. They're going to make their way back mid. Mushi's got to be careful. He's using this Astral offensively while up on the enemy hill. It's a very confident play from him. He does have boots online. Cheesebug, no boots, but has the concussive shot, and Chuan does have his own, so if he gets like just about here, they can probably catch him.
I don't think. I think they're gonna need to smoke or boots or something. I think they need to get Sand King level 3, and then he can just start clearing this massive stack.
June getting harassed off, but it's not so easy to bully him out of the lane. And yeah, that Sankei for Chuan, only level 2, so this will not really be killable for one more level, but he's already halfway there. So see a clash for the bottom rune. It's a haste for net. Oh man, if that Void got it, it could have been very bad for him. Simultaneously, and the top rune, Cheesebug will secure the glorious bounty rune for the Queen of Pain mid. I love that rune.
I actually really like the bounty rune. I think it's kind of weird that you can fill up your bottle at 2 places, but when I'm playing support and I get a bounty rune, I'm so happy.
It's just so satisfying too. Even when it's not that big of a deal early game, like it's like basically 1 creep. It just feels so good.
It's 1 creep solo experience.
That's
like
true.
It's
for a support, it is pretty valuable.
Yep, and it gets me that much closer to my 12-minute boots.
Well, rest in peace, 5-position Warlock.
Holy shit. That was a rough game.
It was painful to watch, I'm not gonna lie.
It was probably worse to play.
Yeah, I probably was, that's fair. I was trying to think of a retort, but I got nothing, Peter.
Nah, that's fine. That being said, Team Malaysia is farming very well in their lanes, which I'm surprised that Bristol's farming so well.
They're really making no effort to zone Ohio out at all. Chuan's purely off in the jungle. He's still not level 3. At this point, he really needs to leech that experience, which... Oh, he's 1 creep from it. He's probably annoyed about that. He was ready to start running back, but I'll have to wait another wave for this.
Oh, he's got a vid booster. I think he's going for the Vanguard.
That makes him really difficult to bring down at this stage. Chuan just wants that creep, man. Alright, there you go. Level 2 Sandstorm. Now he's going to go jungle. So still a decent track for the Blink Dagger with quite a massive stack for him to farm. And
Mushi Dagon Rush?
yeah, is that the solution here?
Probably a 4-staff, but one can dream.
The OT Dagon. Oh my. They changed his they changed his Astral, right, in this patch?
Double damage.
Did they?
Or sorry, his Essence,
Oh,
sorry,
no,
not his
they,
Astral.
yeah, they changed that.
Queen of Pain. Oh, sorry. I am... Did she just
I heard
ult to
scream, I
clear
heard
a
scream.
stack?
Yeah, she cleared the stack. Wait. Yeah, she
I
cleared
think she
the
used the
stack.
ult to clear the stack. Okay. I was like panicking, and I'm tired, so I just started clicking random heroes brainlessly, and it's like, where is... I'm like, this has to be mid, but yeah, she was...
Can you hear their ultimate, like, globally?
I don't think so.
Or can we just see because or do we just hear it because we're casting?
I think so. Yeah, because we have omniscient vision of all the players.
I was like watching mid and I hear like a scream. I'm like looking at bottom.
I was bugging out. What the hell's going on in my Dota? Yeah, just using it to farm. But bottom lane, June is watching his tower slowly drop down. They'll tick him with the Wave of Terror and force him off the lane. Doesn't have the Chronosphere yet, but it is coming soon. It's been a bit of a slow push to develop here from Team Malaysia.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't have Quapple. You could use the Chrono and kill him.
Yeah, it's too bad that was used to clear a stack. Which, it has a pretty damn long cooldown at level 1, man. Or sorry, not a level 1. If you don't get the Aghanim Scepter. It's 135 seconds. That is at least a tier 1 down bottom lane. No glyph available any longer. They can obviously re-glyph to prevent the tier 2 push, but Team Malaysia, I guess with enough rotations, will be forced back.
Here we go.
They're bringing in numbers. Chronosphere ready for June. He's caught out too. Mushi's there though, just casually astrals him. Chuan can burrow straight to follow this up, and he's got the level 3 burrow, but it's only going to be net he catches out. No, just going with Sandstorm. He doesn't want to commit in. He wants to look for that 2-hero burrow. He catches the follow-up hero in Extinct going down, and nothing KYXY and Mushi can do. We'll just walk away. Ohio, just no TP. Too low to fight, I suppose he felt, and just completed his Vanguard instead. Teleport scroll just now. Oh, he already used it to TP out, so yeah, nothing he could have done there.
Oh, Ferrari got the rune top. Blinked in. That was nice. That was a really good play by Chuan there. He didn't like stun the Witch Doctor, which a lot of players would have done. He just kept looking for the next kill because he knew the Witch Doctor was guaranteed dead. Yeah,
even winding through the trees, there was nowhere for him to go. Meanwhile, IG on the smoke. They're looking for a gank on Mushi mid, and he's barely even outlast hitting this Queen of Pain. Obviously has more denies, but that's to be expected, and narrowly will dodge that one. Just happen to kind of rotate off at the right moment. And this will settle things down in the other lanes. Luo now, with the great farm already, is going to make the rotation towards bottom. He's got 48 CS, farming extremely well. And going for that early Aquila tread, so harassment build from him. Going to time-lapse out some damage. And well, Arcane Boots for Chuan. He's not rushing the Blink this game.
Yeah, he picked it up at the side shop and he used it on like all 5 heroes. So it kind of got its worth out. But I'm not the biggest fan of the Mana Boot Sand King. I think you can just rush Blink now that Blink has no mana cost.
A golden thread.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if your whole team desperately needs mana, which, to be honest, most of these heroes aren't going to build Arcanes, so it's not bad, but yeah, they don't have a great initiation outside of Chrono. That's the one worry with not getting the Blink right away.
Well, Odie is actually pretty good against Chrono, or against the Chrono, because you can just Astral one of the players.
Oh, Lua, you gotta be careful, my man. He walks right into net, and he's already used his time-lapse earlier. Are they gonna get off that initial stun? They do, but it's dodged by Sakuchi. No detection, no true sight to catch him while he's fading, and this is gonna force a 4-hero rotation. Mushi comes bottom, he has picked up that 4-staff, but they're gonna be pushing in right when Chronosphere is online again, and Queen of Pain has the ult. So, they have a mech here, but if somehow that mech isn't used, this fight could really go south.
They're gonna see him walk up. Okay, they have that sentry down, so if Glock tries to walk up invis, they'll see him. They'll see her.
No, they might not see 430 if he ambles around the other direction. Let's see which path he takes. If he heads the southern route, sweet trouble. Chronosphere, that'll catch out just net. The Witch Doctor, not the best Chrono from June, is extinct. Caught a bit out of position on the backside of this fight by the Queen of Pain, dropping low. KYXY has the mech and the hammer dropped by Mushi, but it's rather piddling as far as Mushi hammers go, that's for damn sure. Luo on the run now, the Queen of Pain ult, nicely delivered, but it's the stinking Witch Doctor heal keeping everyone alive, allowing them to at least try and sustain through this fight, but there's just too much follow-up damage. They end up losing 3. It's a massacre in the bottom lane. It's probably going to be a team wipe. A 4th is falling. Ohio's got to turn the tides of this one.
Bristle's got this.
Bristle is... I'm not sure about that. Well, he's going to live, but... does he get any more kills is the question. Seems they could just all run away.
Sanking buyout.
They're trying to bait with Extinct. Stun will come through. And now the turn with the Bristleback auto attacks. Nice teamwork here by Team Malaysia. One more Quill Spray. One more Quill Spray. Gets it off. Gets that extra Sand King kill and salvages what looked to be an absolute disaster of a fight. They did buy back on the Sand King.
He will not be getting a Blink very soon after that.
Yeah,
he actually has 20 or 30 gold after his buyback, so...
They used 2 buybacks there. Like, I'm not sure what the plan was with those, honestly. They were pretty late and far away from the tower to rejoin the fight, but... well, Peter, now the push comes from Team Malaysia. And they're in good position. Your Bristleback's up to 5k net worth all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm hoping he picks up a cloak. I feel like a cloak could be, just a nice casual cloak could be really strong here.
Yeah, especially because if they just live through that Chronosphere, the fight gets a lot harder for IG.
I mean, Bristle's not going to die in it right now. Like he's way too far. He's got his Crimson Guard at like 12 minutes, so... oh, they're going to be so scary to team fight.
What are your thoughts on this item in general? Do you like it? What situations do you see it being good? Because there's a lot of debate. I've heard some players basically say like, they think it's worthless and or like very situational, only against like illusion-based carries, basically, and or mass summons, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Oh, here's a fight. That's a good rationale. A lot of like illusions and like Rasta wards and Venom wards and stuff like that, because you have the built-in Vanguard. The damage block is interesting. I don't think it's that bad. It's not that much to upgrade after the Vanguard, is it?
No, and you do get that casual buckler along the way, which can be pretty nice. So
yeah, it's only like 1600 more after Vanguard. So I mean, it's something to build after. It's like, say if there's a game you want to build a Vanguard, which you know there's very little games you want to build a Vanguard.
Oh, June. He's going in for the tower tonight with the Chronosphere. He'll get it. They almost swapped him out in time to prevent that from working, but well, that's happening. Luo is pushing the bottom lane. This will be defensed by KYXY, and simultaneously Mushi doing a bit of defense of his own top lane. Has now completed his power treads, which... I mean, this is one of the poorer Mushi ODs I've ever seen, and with 2 deaths to his name and no Midas that, like you mentioned, he loves to go for. He is definitely slowing down in terms of his normal expected farm, but... the team's doing well, Peter. They are 5-manning effectively at this point, and It seems like IG just want to be split pushy whenever that Chrono's down.
Yeah, this can be how OD can be actually useful. So if you just team fight and you Astro whoever gets Chrono, then get like early items like a Force Staff. Maybe he'll go. I'm not sure what he'll go next, but maybe Atos.
Uh-oh. Tron, this is not good. Caught out by a magic missile. They had a Sentry Ward there to greet him, and now he tries to channel Neppy. That's not going to happen either, Tron, and oh, down he goes. He just felt kind of desperate, I guess, and another death for a Sand King. You added to that the death and the buyback, and I mean, this is going to be like a 20-minute blink, potentially, if he even gets one.
Maybe next game.
Oh, man, I'm betting he really wishes he skipped his Arcane Boots now, that's for damn sure.
I get so mad at my Sand Kings in pubs when they try and do stuff before they get their Blink Dagger. I'm just like, please, go farm.
Looking for Mushi mid. No, they're not. They knew he could Force Staff and try and dodge out, and they had no Chrono to lock him in. And so Team Malaysia, they'll push him to the top lane. Ohio's here, Net, back him up. These supports are starting to feel a bit underleveled. Still a level 5 Venge, a level 5 Witch Doctor, and we're now 15 minutes in. They at least need that level 1 swap, and well, for the time being, just not getting it. Luo is really kind of ratting it up on the bottom lane, just cutting the wave, trying to...
Yeah, something's gonna happen here.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little skirmish. Teleports, will they come? Chronosphere to start it off on a KOX, but doesn't really cover the rest of the tower. In fact, everyone just TPs right outside of this. The Mech Crimson Guard combination will keep KOX well up. Oh, this is all going to shit. Hell in a handbasket. They gotta run. Mushi, will he find anyone else retreating out? Looking for the Queen of Pain, perhaps, but 430 will make it out safely. He'll Force Staff in. He's gonna get an Astral here, but unless he thinks his hammer can do the job. Oh, he just hit a creep. Yeah, that's not happening. He could be tushy with his team right now.
So IG's got to make it to late game, I think. I think they'll be okay, but they have a death balling issue.
Yeah, you're. Well, I mean, it's just they got to use the Chrono like for a crucial. At least get the pick off. You know, that's just a disaster when you're up against the death ball and you waste your Chrono. Don't even get a single kill out of it.
Deny all your towers with Chrono, then sit your Skywrath into base, and then have your 4 like mobile heroes go farm the map. That's how they're gonna win.
There you go.
Yeah.
Still waiting to see if they jump in on the bottom lane, and also perhaps some action coming top, but no, not for now. KYXY just letting this bug like devour his innards. All right, he'll finally kill it off.
It's free money.
That's some next level Dota, Peter, that you're proposing.
Sometimes you got to get creative.
Yeah, use that 2-minute cooldown teamfight ult that sets everything up to get your tower to nice.
I'm not saying it'll work, but I'm saying it could be interesting to try.
Yeah. It's a $500,000 tournament with an elimination game at stake. The time for that, you think?
That's how you win tournaments, man.
Okay.
You got to be bold and brave.
Okay. Well, I can't argue with it. I can't argue with you.
Thank you.
I mean, I could, but I won't. Team Malaysia will push in bottom. They leave the Bristle back up front, and with extra Warpath damage, he is chopping away pretty rapidly at this tower. Like you said, IG, they just need to stall, get to late game, get some items out. June's still walking around on treads. Necro Book number 1 has been picked up with 430. So his split push will amp up a bit. And then Team Malaysia will group. She straight BKB for him, it looks like. I mean, is there any chance... What's the new Ags? Oh, it always triggers the mana drain. Probably.
I didn't even realize it was an axe for OD. That
it used to be like one of the worst Ags of the game.
Definitely an axe.
It's still not. I haven't actually tried it, but it still doesn't sound that great.
I've never seen it.
That used to be the thing to do.
Does it make it look different?
I don't think so.
What if it dropped all, like, the ultimate was red?
You know, in Dota 1, like when Juggernaut got his Ags, like, his sword went, like, crazy. And in the Earthshaker Totem, the same thing. It's like this giant golden glowing totem. But Ags upgrades don't have that effect in Dota. I guess Valve wants to give those sorts of things through cosmetics rather than through in-game items. But they'll go in now mid lane. With a Force Staff to Astral Imprisonment to start, they can follow this up with a cast potentially, but the Scarlet Mage Silence will prevent this engagement, and now June looks for an opening. He comes in from the left, trying to find that perfect Chrono, and Oh, you can't group like this, Team Malaysia. You're gonna have to back off. 2 caught out in the chrono. The courier's gonna be killed off by Luo on the backside of the engagement, while the defensive Astral used by Mushi will end up keeping Net alive. Then they might be able to turn this fight. Viper going hard on June. Will almost finish him off. Luo just gets exploded, and a complete airball of an epi. The end will end up hitting, but these defensive Astrals for Mushi are buying them so much time. And oh, by the way, their Bristleback's just AFK farming top lane. They're winning this fight without him. Who cares? We don't need Ohio, says Team Malaysia. Well, maybe they do, as those. They're going to end up losing their Viper. Make it a 2-for-2 trade. Another Astral to come through. Ohio can start stacking up the goop, but they need a magic missile. They're short for it. And 430. Oh, he has no mana. Okay.
No stick.
430's down as well. They did get the courier kill as well to make that a maybe an even fight in terms of gold, at least for IG. Okay, not an even fight apparently.
That was a crazy team fight.
Not sure if it's counting the courier kill. I think it is. Well,
Doesn't
Peter,
it tracks net worth, so probably.
Do you think that do you think they're getting to late game at this rate?
I mean, maybe. I mean, pushing base is really tough.
But they got the Crimson Guard. This is the ultimate base.
They do have the Crimson Guard, and Bristol is pretty good at hitting buildings.
Yeah, this guy packs a wall up.
They avenge too to boost the damage, and I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's close. I think it's still really a close game. I think anyone can win.
Okay, well, we'll see if that's true. Gold-wise, it is still very even. Only a 3,000 gold lead, a 500 experience lead for Team Malaysia. And they do seem to have a sense of urgency about this. They'll take the tier 2 top. They don't want to let Luo spend too much more time farming. His Liquid Sphere about to come out. And they'll allow TP to defend mid, so looking for clean exchanges, and it appears they'll get them for now. Now the BKB from Mushi also comes out. Another very strong mid-game timing type item.
Bristol has like almost 5k now. Oh, straight for heart. Okay.
If he manages to complete that, I don't know what IG do about him.
He will complete it. He's close.
And IG will manage to sneak a Roche while that's going on. So they create a little space with the Weaver here. Oh, Luo could be in a bit of trouble. Force Staff. He's waiting for this Astral to cool down in 2 seconds. No, it's too late. So they use that opportunity when Luo's pushing in bottom lane to sneak in, and who actually grabbed the Aegis? It was the Queen of Pain. So this will buy them some space. What's your game plan now, Peter, if you're Team Malaysia? Do you fight against this Aegis? Do you just farm it out, wait for a 10, and then go?
I think you fight against it. I think you have everything you need.
Bottom lane, they've gone in with the Chronosphere, but Mushi gets swapped out almost immediately, then BKBs walks back into the Chrono. Well, that's just unfortunate. Force staffing himself forward, and nobody can get a range of June here. That did not exactly work out as planned. But he does end up living.
Going mid.
Meanwhile, mid lane, KYX also dropping low. Ohio's going to arrive. One more Scarlet Mage Duke, not enough to take him down. The Queen of Pain Dagger is going to bring him very, very low. Mushi thought about denying him. One more auto attack. Can't even get Chizbug. While Net is being pursued to the ends of the earth by this aggressive Weaver. Swarm thrown out. He's going to stick up and heal up, and he'll barely survive through this. I don't think we'll see any further pursuit. Yeah, Luo heading back towards bottom.
Yeah, they have this OD. It's like such a defensive hero for them this game. They're just using it to help their teammates survive through all the stuns and all the burst damage that IG has. And
yeah.
he wasn't looking for the deny there. He was looking to say, hey, are you going to tick out? Do I need to astral you so you can survive? It's
okay.
It's actually working pretty well this game. I kind of like it.
Yeah, and I mean you combine that with the swap as well, and even like just the other heals and the tankiest of the team, and everyone becomes very, very difficult to kill.
Yeah, I remember a while back when OD was more popular, there's a lot of teams that even like we did like some Shadow Demon plus OD combos, like as like a Shadow Demon support and then OD mid, and then when you went to team fight, like no matter who you went on, they just get banished, and then you have to like go on someone else, and
then while you're doing that, you know they're getting their back into position, and Mushi, well, not going to be banished there.
He did not get banished that fight.
Yes, well, Extinct's going to throw Net to the Wolves. I think he might end up going down for this. Kaz comes through. He will fall, and then the Burrow String goes back the other direction. But KYX Ohio might just be too strong to go down regardless. It's chasing all the way into the base. Mushi will arrive. He says, I have to end this aggression. 430 leaps forward again. Still looking for the courier. Can he get one more auto attack to pop this Aegis? Is it even going to matter? Yeah, he dies in fountain range. Oh, no. It's going to be a lot of damage when he respawns before he can blink out. No, maybe not. No, actually, literally 0 damage. So.
Oh, the courier scout. Now they got the Astral off. He has no TP.
Can they lock him down, though? They have 0 actual stun, but they're using the courier to get vision. The 430 can't auto attack. They'll end up potentially bringing him down. Oh, he's done for. They've penned him in, and they slaughter him at long last.
How did Ferrari get into the wall?
It's not often you see 430 here, but his team's yet to take the tier 2 in any lane. I mean, this is normally the zone where he'd be focused, but he got baited in.
Yep, Pudge hooked him in, he got trapped. What can you do?
Dismembered in the well.
Yep.
Yep.
Nothing you could do.
Well, Team Malaysia now, after that interesting exchange, it's basically an even game for them in terms of gold. Experience starting to go the way of IG, in fact, and they have picked up a gem here, so they'll look to reestablish the map control, have a way to at least see Luo, though killing him is a more difficult matter. But it is starting to feel like IG are finding their openings, Peter. That can't be denied.
They're getting their items. They're getting their, their Lincolns on Weaver, Necro 3 on Ferrari, and in team fights he's just throwing it on top of the Bristleback, so you have this, like, seamlessly unkillable hero, but you drain all his mana, and then what does he do?
He prays for magic stick charges. That's pretty much all he does.
Yeah, exactly. Just chicken with his head cut off, just running around in team fights, trying to hit people.
And they're very elusive, this IG lineup. Sakuchi, Time Walk, Blink, Burrow Strike, and Blink Dagger. These heroes can be everywhere. So they can just kite this Bristleback to the ends of the earth if he doesn't have someone to help him out.
I think it's go time for... Maybe they wait for Viper's Axe, and then... But, I mean, they gotta go pretty soon.
Don't tell me 430 is gonna get a courier kill. Oh, he is...
That's for Cole, that's...
2 health. Meanwhile, fight near the pit. Luo gets caught out. He just gets melted. They break the Lincoln Sphere and shred him. Is this the time to just try and force it? Meanwhile, June is split pushing top.
Yeah, I think it is. They have a gem on bench now, so I don't think IG knew that. So they lost. They lost the Weaver, which is pretty big.
He does have buyback available, so we'll see if he's at least forced to use that. For now, they do push in.
Smoked use for good initiation from IG.
This Bristleback is 3k health. And you might be able to kite him when he's chasing you outside your base. But when he's smacking your buildings, there's not much you can do about it.
Necros are down too, so they really... I don't think they can fight. I think they have to give up their axe.
They are trying to cut the wave, though. 430 is doing his part just to prevent this. The Chronosphere comes through, but the Bristleback will get off his Crimson Guard, keeping a hero alive for a long time. That Extinct will swap out Mushi, who BKBs, looks to turn. The Witch Doctor ult begins to go. Look at it go, indeed. And, well, Chuan forced back, blinking out 430, will dodge away from a stun, but... Yeah, although a few of them live, it really won't matter. Their base is in shambles already. This Heart Bristleback at full HP, everybody now back to that status. They can just go top. Peter, is this 2 lanes of Rax? Is this game? There's no Chrono. There's really little for IG to do. Epicenter's been used. Queen of Pain ult now dropped, and it just doesn't matter. Mushi's farming the Necro Book while his teammates are fighting, and Queen of Pain's gonna jump in and try to turn this. Bristleback, way too big, though. This guy is a beefcake. They've killed off 4. No one can man fight against him. He's going Luo and diving him back towards the well. And does he think about a casual... Oh, he's just chilling. He's gonna drops the wand. He does a little shopping and, taking items out of the cart, putting some back on the shelf, and he's like, okay, I guess I'll go back to base now. And then he completes a Sanjin Yasha upon his return. That's pretty filthy.
Yeah, he's untouchable. They didn't have the Necro that fight, so they couldn't, drain his mana or anything. That was... But I think Bristle might just target it and focus it next team fight.
Yeah, that team fight Mushi was loving that Necro. He spent a solid 3-4 seconds to kill it off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did take 1 lane of Rax. IG stemmed the bleeding for now. Roshan to respawn in anywhere from 1 to 4 minutes, and I guess the question is going to be. Do Team Malaysia even care about this next Roche? Or do they just say we can push top now, if IG go for Roche, then that means they're sacking a lane of Rax, and then they're down 2 Rax.
Yeah, Roshan doesn't matter. Just go for the buildings. could push bottom, and then it's harder for them to rush, I guess.
That's true. And bottom towers are, well, actually both towers are equally healthy. So yeah, that's definitely an option. I thought they did some damage to the tower, but yeah, Bristleback was the last man standing at that point. Force staff in onto Luo. Oh, they needed like a swap to follow up that magic missile. Net's there, but gets off the initial cast. There's still a time lapse though. Not sure if they're gonna have the damage for this. He's just.
They might get him.
Swap. Can they get a swap off? The turn onto Net. Mystic Flare now deployed as he tries to retreat out, but he goes down. Then a Chrono on 2. Ohio's here. He wants to give some of his teammates the damage block from the Crimson Guard, but well, he'll still lose a buddy along the way. They lose their healer, but so they push forward regardless. Do we see a buyback from that Witch Doctor?
Luckily, no, he's level 8. He respawns in like 5 seconds. He's got a level 4 heal. That's all he needs.
Yeah, it's actually a benefit to be that underleveled at this stage. I'm really liking this Crimson Guard against like the Chrono. I mean, it's not a perfect solution, but just blocking any bit of damage just to like save your teammates, it's like a super. It's like the Crimson Guard plus mech is just like a super mech essentially.
I mean, it's just the pipe for physical damage.
Yeah, it's working out pretty well. Chuan does have an epi ready. It's a level 2 epi, but he's got to pretty much go now. He's going to channel it, and he jumps in. He only connects on Mushi. Can they kill him off in time? They do manage to burst Mushi down, but Ohio is standing strong in the middle of this one, and he's slaying Necro Books. He's now chasing... Where's he going to go? All right, he wants Jude. He's finally found a second target, and he'll quickly deal with that one. Focusing on Luo now. Look at those smacks! That mace packs a punch. He's still almost at full HP. He is running a bit low on mana here, but even through the time lapse, Luo may go down to this. Oh no, they'll be forced back for now.
He's hitting for almost like 400 damage.
That's just brutal. And this, he just doesn't lose HP. Like that's, and now he's got a blink, so he could just blink in and chase the Sweeper down, I guess.
Interesting. Blink. Okay. I wouldn't have guessed that.
This is a confidence item. He's also clarity to himself just to get out of the pit that much quicker. So eager to get back in the fray.
Oh, I would have liked Yule's. That would have been nice. On the Bristle.
Why Yule's exactly?
Like mana regen, movement speed. Another like you can like Yule's up the Corona or the Void or someone.
Okay. Oh yeah, against the Void it would be pretty nice.
I'm a fan of Yule's on like every hero.
KYXY is going to get caught top lane. If he has buyback, this could be the opening to just buyback and go down bottom lane, but he'll mech up and try to live for time being. Do they try to just force the game with the Chrono on cooldown, or do they play it a little bit safer and angle for later on? We'll find out soon enough. Chuan. Oh, he blinks out right as the stun's about to connect. Oh, and then finds Net as well. He ends up setting up a kill. What? No, not... Oh, maybe. That Astral. The heal. Is it enough to keep him alive? Chizpug is not. He'll end up going down. Net dropped low, but the heals are saving the day. How are Team Malaysia surviving through these fights? Mushi just BKBs to slaughter the Necro Book, and that whole engagement was just ridiculous. Like, Chuan forced us out. The magic missile's about to hit him. Then he blinks forward. He manages to burrow strike the enemy Witch Doctor while running desperately from 3 heroes. Almost gets the kill. Then the Witch Doctor's Astral by Mushi. Kept alive through the heal and the Astral Imprisonment. And then the fight turns the other way and they kill the Skywrath in exchange for the Viper kill they got earlier. I mean, what was that, dude? That's a crazy sequence of events. Well, you got an Aegis.
Oh, I thought they were trying to give the Aegis to Bristol there. I was going to be like...
Pretty sure he's not dying this game. We'll get the Astral top lane. Mushi arrives and... with this BKB, the one nice thing we've seen is the Necrobook isn't that scary anymore. He can just BKB, focus it down, and take it out of the fight right away.
Yeah, he's down to 7 seconds though, so... It's getting lower and lower. He's going to have less time to kill that Necro.
Yeah, this is IG on the ropes at this point. Giving up the Aegis, it's only a 6,000 gold lead, but...
I don't know. I think they took the tier 2 top, and they did some damage on tier 3 top as well. I think doing the Roshan actually maybe hurt Team Malaysia. I think they should have just gone for another Rax. Like they could have pushed in mid and then just gone straight for the exposed Rax bottom.
Well, that Weaver is certainly echoing your call, as he's gonna retort with a tier 1 mid to boot. So gold will swing to back a bit towards IG. I do worry just a little bit though about Ohio. Like now he's got a Basher. I mean he's already had 3,400 health with Bristleback, with 17 armor, with the mech bonus armor, with defensive swap, all the heals, etc. And now he's got the opportunity, if he gets one bash, just to kill anyone on IG. This is gonna be a tough hold, and they're not really split pushing top that quickly.
Team Malaysia breaks high ground. It's gonna be really, really tough for IG to fight.
Well, they just let Ohio walk right up. They'll go for a burrow string. He's going for the twofer, but Chuan only gets one. Now the goo begins to stack. And leaping in with the blink dagger. Ohio gets the bash, gets the kill. Somebody kill this damn armadillo already. Chronosphere. Oh, it's a complete airball. A PGG. And that might just have done it for IG. June's on the way out. He's not going anywhere. OD ult will fly it. It also does basically nothing, but there's just no stopping Ohio. This is a one-man wrecking crew. There's an epicenter that comes through. It may kill off both supports even. Nope, just one smack. He's plus 272 damage. And now, even with the Queen of Pain ult, everything thrown his way, he's just not dropping below 3,000 health. This guy's unstoppable. GG. But he's not done. He wants to farm them in the well. Oh, this Bristleback. Unbelievable. I've never seen a Bristleback go that hard. Holy.
When I said IG had a chance this team fight, I'm gonna call that caster optimism, because that was ugly.
I don't know, Peter. I'm starting to really question your credentials for this commentary, man.
There was no chance for that team fight. Like they tried everything. I don't know what else they could have done.
Well, Team Malaysia, maybe that old orange esports magic is coming back for them. They stay alive here. They knock Invictus Gaming right out of the tournament. They are done, and on home soil too. And with that, Malaysia move on. They will play Cloud9 tomorrow. Not sure what the schedule will be. I believe LGD won the other series, and this is not a fully updated bracket.
Whoa, spoilers.
Yeah? Were you planning on watching those games?
I'm definitely going to watch all the games.
Okay, just kidding. Not V1. Alright, we'll end the spoilers here. Peter, thanks for joining me. Any shoutouts before you go?
I don't know. Shout out to Team Malaysia, keeping the loser bracket dream alive. Just a rough day one. Happens to the best of us.
Well, wise words from a wise soul. And with that, guys, you can follow Peter on Twitter at PPDDota. Myself, if you like, at LDDota. Thank you all for joining us for day number 2 of WCA Dota 2 coverage. We will return tomorrow for day 3. That's the big day. By the time tomorrow's over, I believe we're down to either 2 or 3 teams, but very few. A lot of teams are going to get knocked out. We've said goodbye to 2, and we'll say goodbye to quite a few more on day number 3. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.